Good morning, boys and girls. It's Michlee again. We are going to be doing kids' moves today, but before we do that, once again, we have a story to talk about as we move into today's moves. And this is about Frederick, and Frederick's a little field mouse. And once again, this is about how people bring different gifts to the table, how we all have different things to offer, and how they're important no matter what. And this is all about these little field mouse that were gathering things and taking them, and they kept looking at Frederick, who was just kind of sitting off at the side and taking things in. And these little mice worked day and night because they knew the winter was going to come and it was going to be cold and they needed food. And Frederick would say, I need to gather sun's rays for the cold, dark winter days. And so as they were moving on, Frederick would say, I know, I'm gathering words. And they were gathering all the stuff to take with them. And so as it went on, this cold came along and the little field mice had all their little stuff, and they were a big happy family and talking about things because they had a lot of food to get by. But then the food ran out and it only became a memory. And that's when Frederick came around and felt that they said, where's your supplies now, Frederick? And he didn't have many, but he said, close your eyes. And now I send you the rays of the sun. Do you feel how they're about their golden glow? And as he spoke about the sun, the four little mice began to feel warmer. Was it Frederick's voice? Was it magic? And the words Frederick clearly cleared his throat and he said, who scatters snowflakes? Who melts the ice? Who spoils the weather? Who makes it nice? Who grows the four-leaf clovers in June? Who dims the daylight? Who lights the moon? Four little field mice who live in the sky, four little field mouse like you and I. One is the spring mouse who turns on the showers. Then comes the summer who paints the flowers. The fall mouse is next with walnuts and wheat, and winter is last with cold little feet. Aren't we lucky the seasons are four? Think of a year with one less or one more. And so Frederick blushed and they said, when Frederick had finished, they all applauded. But Frederick, they said, you're a poet. Frederick blushed and bowed and said shyly, I know it. So they all had their things to do, but Frederick would meditate and he'd think about all the things that he had gathered in his mind. So as we go and do our kids' moves today, we're going to think about the moves that we're making and maybe some of the things that are going through our minds and how we can share those gifts with others. Okay, let's go to our mats. And let's begin today standing tall and standing strong with our hands facing forward. Taking in a nice deep breath and then letting it go. Again, another deep breath in, filling up our chest and letting it go all the way out to the bottom of our bellies. And one more, a deep breath in, fill up the chest of the rib cage and then let it go all the way out, all the way out. And then let's make a nice big lift and do a little back bend back. And then come forward and sweep down towards our toes. We're going to come up with a flat back, and then we're going to fold back down. We're going to take a back leg back, stretch it. This is called a runner's lunge. We're going to stretch into it, and we're going to turn, and we're going to lift. And we're going to spread our fingers wide while we do that. And then we're going to bring it back down. We're going to bring our feet back up. We're going to sweep back up and bring our hands into heart center. Take in a nice deep breath and let it go. We're going to come up. We're going to come back. We're going to circle down. We're going to lift into half monkey. Then we're going to take it back down, and we're going to take the other leg back into that runner's lunge. And we're going to turn in, and we're going to lift up and spread our fingers wide and look up to the sky. And we're going to bring it back down. We're going to bring both feet in, lift back up, circle around, and bring our hands into heart center. Let's have a seat. Sit back, bring your arms up by your ears, and sit back. Let's walk our toes and our ankles and knees together and hold, and maybe sit back a little bit more. Bring our hands into our chest. Let's twist and turn and take an elbow up to the sky and elbow outside the knee. And maybe even we want to lift up and open up, reaching our hands up and stretching. Bringing our hands back into heart center, coming up, lifting up, stretching back, bringing it up, and having a seat. Bringing our hands in. Let's twist and turn the other way. Elbow down, gaze up, bring your thumbs into your center and give it a big twist. Hold that twist. Open up if you want. And then bring it back into center. Lifting up, taking it back, and bringing it up, and bringing our hands down, opening up our feet shoulder length apart again, and standing tall in mountain pose. Taking in a nice deep breath, and releasing the breath. This time, let's take it up and bring it down. Let's take a leg back and a leg back. We are in downward facing dog. Let's walk the dog, knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down. Let's lift up on our toes and press back onto our heels. Let's go up on our toes again and bring our knees down. We're in tabletop. With our tabletop, we're going to take our right foot back and press through our toes and lift up our heel and reach forward and stretch. Taking a nice deep breath through your nose and release it all out. And bird dog, knee in, stretch, knee in, stretch, knee in, stretch and hold. Bring it down, put your big toes together, press back, walk your fingers out, and stretch your spine. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's walk our hands off the side as far as we can and twist. And let's walk it back to our center. Let's walk it over to the other side and twist. And bring it back to our center. Let's come up into tabletop again. This time we're going to take our left leg, press it back. Press through the toes and the heel. Lift it up. Reach out with our right hand. Stretch. And bring your elbow in. And stretch. Bring your elbow in. And stretch. Bring your elbow in. Stretch and hold. And bring it down. Put your toes together. Come back. Walk your fingers out. And stretch. Let's walk over to one side and stretch. Coming back to our center, let's walk over to the other side and stretch. And let's walk back into our center and come up into tabletop. Take a nice deep breath in. Lift up your head and tail. Cow. Let's pull that navel in and up into cat. Down into cow. And pulling up into cat. And down into cow. And up into cat. And let's walk our hands back and up on our knees. Take a nice deep breath. Lift to the sky. Come back into a little back bend and sweep your hands down and bring your head down to the mat. Your arms behind you. Come back up. Take it back. Sweep down. Bring your head back down and bring your arms up. Breathe through it. Take it back. Bring it down. Sweep down. And sit back in hero. Your toes are touching. You're sitting back and your shoulders are over your hips. Taking a nice deep breath and let it go out. Again, a nice deep breath and let it go out. Let's bring our feet around and put them in front of us. Shake out our legs. Take a nice deep breath to the sky and reach towards our toes and stretch. Let's breathe in and bring our hands down and open up those legs as wide as we can and press from behind a little bit. Let's walk down onto our forearms. Tuck our chin to our chest. Look down at our mats. Feel your back pull. Reach out to your toes. Feel the stretch. Reach in front of you. Walk it out. Feel the stretch. Walk your hands back. Sit up tall. Turn towards one leg. Bring your breastbone down to the center of your leg right here. It's called your femur. It's a bone in there that holds your legs together. Okay, so we're going to take our breastbone down to our femur and we're going to reach out towards our toes and really stretch. We're going to walk back up. We're going to turn the other way and bring that breastbone to our femur. Slide down that leg and stretch. And bring it up. This time we're going to take our forearm and put it behind us. We're going to reach over and grab our toes and stretch. We're going to come up. We're going to take the other forearm and put it behind us. We're going to reach around, grab our toes, and stretch. We're going to come back up, bring our arms out. We're going to turn and we're going to slice down and stretch. We're going to breathe in, we're going to turn, we're going to slice down and stretch. We're going to do this 3 times. Down and stretch. And breathe and turn and slice and stretch. And breathe and turn and slice and stretch. And again, breathe and turn and slice and stretch. And bring it back up. Let's open up our hips. So take a leg down, bring a leg in, and put it up above your knee. And press down gently. Let's reach up to the sky and reach down towards our toes again. Stretching through, breathing in and breathing out. And then let's take this foot and put it on the other side of our knee and twist and turn and take our elbow, look over our shoulders and press. Take a nice deep breath in and just hold and press. And give yourself a hug. Let's take the other leg down and bring the other leg up and put it inside. Sit up tall, press down on your knee. Take a deep breath in and reach to the sky and come on down and stretch. Come on back up with a nice deep breath. Bring that leg over, put it on the other side. We're going to twist and turn, taking an elbow, pressing it one way and looking over our shoulder on the other side. And hold. We're going to come in, give ourselves a nice big hug. And bring both feet down. We're going to move down onto our backs. And we're going to bring our feet in close so that our heels, we can tickle the backs of them. Our shoulders are tucked. We're going to lift up into bridge pose. Lift up our hips so that we can't see our knees. And we're going to reach to the sky with our fingertips. And we're going to take our arms back behind us and stretch. And we're going to breathe back up. And we're going to bring everything back down. We're going to bring our knees into our chest and press our back down into our mat. Tuck up into a little bow and do what's called a double leg stretch. Both legs are out, both arms are out. And we're going to bring everything back in. And we're going to take our feet down close to our butt. We're going to lift up those hips. Breathe to the sky. Take it back and stretch. We're going to breathe in deeply again. Bring everything back down to our mat. Bring our knees in, press our back down, come up into that little ball, and open up wide and stretch. And 3's a charm, so we're going to bring it back in. We're going to put our heels down, tickle the backs of those heels, press down, lift up, reach to the sky and stretch. Bring our arms behind us and stretch. Reach back up to the sky and bring everything back down. Bring your knees in, tuck yourself up, open up wide and stretch, and bring everything back in. Now when we take our legs up to the sky, it's called an inversion. That lets the blood flow down through our legs. And now we're just going to point our toes and flex our feet. And point our toes and flex our feet. And point our toes and flex our feet. And now take your hands and open up wide with a flexed foot. Put your hands on your calf muscle because now I want you to feel how those muscles work. I want you to point your toes and then flex your feet. Feel those muscles stretching and pulling. Point your toes and flex your feet. And one more time, point your toes and flex your feet. And bring those legs back together and bend your knees. With your knees bent, you're going to reach behind you. And then you're going to bring your arms down, tuck your chin and press forward with your hands. And you're going to tap down one toe and lift, and tap down the other toe and lift. And tap down one toe and lift, tap down the other and lift. Press your back down into the mat and feel your core work as you tap it down and lift. Tap it down and lift, and one more time, tap it down and lift, and tap it down and lift and hold. And now we're going to press forward with our hands, and we're going to pump them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring in your knees, cross your ankles, grab your big toes, and rock side to side, breathing in through your nose and letting that breath flow out of you, and breathing in through your nose and letting the breath flow. Let's gather from behind our knees and bring ourselves up onto our mat, taking a nice deep breath through our nose and letting it go all the way out. Let's bring our feet in close and do a little bit of a butterfly right now. Just flutter a little bit with those knees. Sit up tall on your sit bones and flutter, 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 flutter. Okay, from here, we're going to do wide-toed boats. So let's take our peace fingers, and these are our peace fingers. We're going to wrap them around our toes. We're going to sit back and we're going to take one leg out and press through our heel and bring it in. We're going to take the other leg out and press through our heel and bring it in. We're going to do that again. Take out one leg and press and bring it in, and take out the other leg and press and bring it in. And now we're going to try. You can come right here and lift up your feet and just stay there if you want, or you can try to get both legs out and hold wide-toed boat. Breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, taking that nice wide angle and holding it. Bring it back in, bend your knees and give yourself a little bit of a hug. Round your back. Take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. Hopefully you're all feeling good right now. So, I know I am. Let's make our feet down and let's make a big triangle with our legs. Oh, I guess it's more of a diamond shape. Yes, more of a diamond shape. We're going to come down to our toes and we're going to tuck our chin to our chest and open up our back and make it feel good. And then we're going to put our heels together and our toes down and wrap our arms around our legs and tuck our chin again and pull down and really make that back stretch. This is called flower pose. And then if we turn our hands down and bring it down, we're moving into turtle. So let's try to do all these different poses. But they all pull on your back muscles, which is really a good thing. And come up when you're done. Take in a nice deep breath. And release that breath all the way out. Okay, moving a little bit more. Let's take a heel to each side of our mat. Flex our feet. Bring our hands forward. Put our thumbs up. Tuck our chin to the chest and inch our way down our mat. All the way back. Taking your hands behind you and stretching. Bringing your hands up. If you need to, put your hands beside you now. Or if you can pull from that core, you can do this. Tuck your chin and pull yourself up. Reach forward, bring your ears next to your elbows, stretch, and bring your shoulders down. Tuck your chin, take yourself down your mat. All the way back, stretch. And then breathe and peel and pull and reach and stretch forward with your ears next to your elbows. And bring it down. Let's go on all fours again. Come on around. Here we go. We are going to do pigeon now. So we're going to take our right knee and put it outside of our right wrist and take your leg back. It doesn't matter. We're going to do both sides. So whatever side you're doing is fine. But you're going to take this leg and stretch it back like you're going to do a split. This leg is brought as parallel to the front of the mat as you can get it. And then bring it down. And open up, feel that hip and leg opening up and the other leg stretching back. Breathe in a couple times, let it stretch. And when you're ready, come up. You're going to take that leg, bring it back. Our knees are a little wider than our shoulders, our toes go together, and we're going to go back and stretch. And then we're going to come up again. And we're going to bring the other knee up outside of our wrist. Slide the other leg back. Take in a nice deep breath. Let that hip open up. And then come down onto our forearms. Or you can even make a pillow and rest your head. Whatever feels good for you today. Okay? So whatever you want to do with that, but make sure that back leg is moving into a split and that other hip, the hip is opening up. You're feeling it. Take a deep breath in, come up to your hands and slide your knees back. Put your toes together and come back and stretch through your spine. Let's scoop up and do a cow. And let's press up and do a cat. And then walk our hands back. Sweep up to the sky. Turn, twist, grab a heel, come back and stretch. Bring it up, take it down, sweep it down, come back to the top of your head. Bring it up, take it back, turn, grab your heel, come back and stretch. Bring it back up, sweep it down. Bring your arms back and hold. Come up, bring it down to your side and hold. Come back down into all fours. Tuck your toes under. Come up, downward facing dog. Walk the dog again, knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down, knee in, heel down. Take your right leg up, press it up, drop down the knee. Bend it, take it back, bring it down. Take up the other leg, press it out, bend the knee, bring the heel back, press it up, and bring it down. Down to your knees, walk it back, taking a deep breath to the sky, bring it down, onto all fours again. Press back, lift up again, press back, walk your feet up to your hands, bend your knees, stack your spine, come up, lift to the sky, and bring your hands down to your side. Walk to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in, lift up, bring it down, and we're going to take our peace fingers again and wrap them around one toe and wrap the others around the other toe. Tuck your chin and pull up on your back. Feel your back open. Release your hands. Come on back up and bring your hands into heart center. Now for a little bit of balance before we leave today, we're going to stand on one foot, and if you want to get near somewhere where you can put your finger and touch, you can, if you want. Or you can stand off your mat and make sure you're on the floor, do that. But we're going to take, and we're going to build a tree. And we're going to take our foot to the side, because this is our little bit of balance for today. And you can take your ankle right to the floor and stand tall. Now, try to slide that foot up inside, not on your knee, but inside. Now, if you can do that, you might want to go higher and maybe take your foot above your knee and plant it inside your thigh. And you can stand like that. Whoa, there we go. Try to stand straight. Okay, so that's how we go from there. But start with your finger on something that you can hold to get your balance. So the other side, we're going to turn, we're going to stand, and just learn to get our balance. And then we're going to bring that foot up inside with our knee open and hold. And that's a tree pose right there. And you may want to try to take your leg up a little higher above your knee and stand tall. You can raise your branches if you want. Take them to the sky. Put your pinkies into each other and hold. Bring them back down. Go into heart center and hold. And then take that leg down when you're ready. Shake it all out. So that was our kids' moves for today. And we'll be doing more next week. So join me and we'll have another thing to talk about, another story to tell. And if you get a chance, read about Frederick. Pretty cool little mouse. Bye. See you next time.